We've also got a fascinating men's 300 metres hurdles later, featuring Carsten Warholm and Alison dos Santos. But it is the women's 400 metres which gets the 2026 Diamond League season underway. So let's take you out to China and join your commentators, Chris Dennis and Hannah England.
Nikisha Price still holds the Jamaican national record at 48.57. She set that winning the London Diamond League back in 2024, another World Champs finalist last year. Sawa Nasser is on her season opener here. The 2019 World Champion took a brilliant bronze behind Sydney McLaughlin-Lavrone and Marilady Paulino last summer. Aaliyah Butler of United States takes lane 5. She's the Olympic and World Champion in the 4x400. Very good individual athlete as well, 49.09 her best. Martina Weil of Chile had a wonderful 2025, setting 10 national records. She ended up missing the final at the World Championships by just 1/100th of a second. So that lifetime best, 49.72, is the national record for Chile. Stacey Ann Williams of Jamaica goes in lane 3. This is her first 400 of the season. She ran 49.59 last year at the World Championships. She's actually been dabbling in 800s, Williams. She's got down to 2:02, so I wonder if there's a bit of a shift for the Jamaican for this next stage of her career. Paris Peoples takes lane 2 in the United States. This is her 12th 400 of 2026. She has got 2 global golds in the last few months, though, indoors and at the World Relays. And the final athlete in lane 1 is Kanundra Davis of the United States. New lifetime best set in Nairobi at the Kipkeino Classic, one of the Continental Tour Gold events. That's 51.46. So all 9 lanes being put to use here in the women's 400 metres. Sawa Nasser, one of the fastest women of all time, highlights this field in lane 6. Meeting record currently 49.63 from Noveline Williams-Mills, all the way back in 2006. Nasser often starts fast in her season. Let's see what she's got today. Great to see the crowds coming here to watch some of the best athletes in the world in the Shanghai Diamond League. And Sade Williams has gone off incredibly fast out in lane 9. It's quite hard if you can't see all the other athletes around you. And at the moment, Williams has pulled away from going for these athletes at this point in the season. And Nikisha Price so often goes tearing off and is then vulnerable in the last 100 metres. But here in 2026, I think the American has flipped her tactics and they've paid off here.
Well, what a race that was, and what a finish from Nikisha Price, who was just eating into Butler's lead metre by metre in the closing stages, and it was a photo finish. It didn't take long for the photo to come out with an official result. Price has been given it 49.75. The big surprise and disappointment really is Salwa Eid Nasser. We're just, as you mentioned in commentary, so used to seeing her start the season really with a flyer, and she was nowhere. Well down the field, Butler. And that was the difference in the end. Picked off on the line.
It was so well judged from Nikisha Price, and I mentioned that she's supremely talented. Sub-49 athlete, made that final in Tokyo, but to have a different way of running that as well, from what I normally see from Nikisha Price, was interesting and was impressive. People forget about the tactics in 400. You have to pace yourself absolutely perfectly. And Aaliyah Butler, it was brave and she held on pretty well, but Nikisha Price just with a superior finishing last 50 metres there to take the win by a tiny margin.
What's up, viewers? Welcome back to the channel. So now we're here with this incredible 400 meters Shanghai Diamond League, and it was such an incredible face-off. In this 400 meter race, we have likes as Nikisha Price, we have Williams, we have Davis, we have Nazer, Butler, Will Gomez, another Williams, and Peoples. So we had like Jamaicans, we have the United States. Yeah man, some great athletes who has been doing track and field for a while now was competed in this 400 meters. But you know, the final lap close to the finishing line, our Jamaica Nikisha Price, she did, you know, the unthinkable, and she literally ran down the first place runner and took that first place, you know, and dominate. So right now, Jamaica's Nikisha Price, you know, won the race in a time of 49.75 seconds, staging a brilliant tactical comeback to pass Americans Aliyah Butler right at the finishing line. The event was held on May 16, 2026 as part of the Shanghai Diamond League season opener. So I think this was the first Diamond League. It was like the season opener for Diamond League. You know, the Diamond League season had started. So, you know, we have the Shanghai Diamond League, we have the Xiamen Diamond League, the Rabat Diamond League, and you know, we have our next Diamond League, which is coming up. Aliyah Butler ran a brave, aggressive first 300 meters, opening up a massive lead of nearly 10 meters ahead of the field as they hit the home straight. You know, Price, you know, known as a sub-49 athlete, Nikisha Price paced her race layout perfectly. Rather than panicking, she relied on superior finishing kicked over the final 50 meters. Price picked off Butler on the line, securing the win by a razor-thin margin of 0.03 seconds. In her post-race interview, Price noted her only thought on the straight was to stay focused and finish strong. And that was what she did. She stayed focused, she finished strong, and she ran past, you know, the first place runner, as I said, and she took first place. And she did great, not gonna lie. So on the screen I will see the time for all the athletes. So first place Nikisha Price, 49.75 seconds. Aliyah Butler got second place at a time of 49.78. Third place Gomez at a time of 50.24. Fourth place Stacey Ann Williams, 50.59. Fifth place Sade Williams, 50.60. Sixth place Martina, 51.06. Ed Nazer, 51.56 for 7th place. 8th place Paris, 52.25, and 9th place Kenonja, 53.19. So that's literally all the time for all the athletes who competed in this race. So if you all enjoyed this video, do drop a like, and if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That way I'll be fully notified and I won't miss any updates pertaining to our track and field events. Once more, thanks for watching. As I said, the goal is to hit that 100k subscriber mark. If it's possible, you all need to subscribe.